Hey guys, I'm Janet on occasion, and today we're carrying on with Rogue Trader. And I don't know, someone said go help out somebody, and I said yes, and I have no idea where the hell they were referring to, where they are. So I'm just going to run over here. I think this might be it. Might be over here. Perhaps. I mean, it seems like something's going on, doesn't it? Oh, heretics? Oh, can't believe they're heretics. I just thought they'd be like, I don't know. Oh my word. Well, that didn't go well for him, did it? Oh, or them. Are we going to get into combat? Oh no, we just sort of came to watch that happen, I suppose. Okay, cool. I'm off. Bye. Yeah, you guys keep shooting. Seems wise. There's Mort. I guess this is where we're going. This is exciting. Nice. I can see why they call him Mort now. Is that Abelard? Oh, this is Voigtbeer. Hello, Voigtbeer. Hello, Conrad Voigtbeer. Conrad Voigtbeer lets out a sigh of relief upon seeing you. Thank Providence you're alive and well. Always on time, eh, Conrad? That's what Mort sounds like, I've decided. The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done. You can set your chrono by it. Mort, pull yourself together. What, did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We're all done here. I'll report right away. Mort pulls his box from the belt and hurriedly reports on the situation. We were loads of help, weren't we? So much help. Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent. The Voxmaster is not responding. Oh, sorry, she's saying that. I don't know, I saw the highlighted thing and it felt like it was flavor text, you know? The Voxnet is silent. The Voxmaster is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my arch-militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report. Or is it just like a bunch of Karens who are really upset about the conditions of their stay? You know, they didn't get any free soaps? Is it anything like that? I don't feel like you can really be a space Karen in 40k. You know, it just doesn't... I mean, you complain, you're just going to get called a heretic and killed. Maybe that's what's happening. Yeah, maybe that is what's happening. It's why they're called heretics. I have not yet received word from the Engineerium. Of course, the Enginarium. Yep, not engine room, Enginarium. Anyway, regarding any Gellerfield failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago. And now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I'm receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only Vox casts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish. Vortveer pauses. And the madman have already reached the officer's deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organised mutiny. Mutiny who would attempt a mutiny in the warp. That's crazy. That's bonkers. A mutiny against the Emperor's anointed? Let's execute them. That's very on brand. Let's provide immediate assistance to those still on the middle decks. And if this is indeed a severe case of warp madness, then the situation is dire. I think aiding the ones in the middle decks. I have a feeling that they're just going to go, oh, I don't know, let's just open all the windows. It'll be fine. just everyone can go. We'll start again. We'll get a new crew. Yeah, let's try this. First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the navigator's sanctum are secure, and I have the means to do both things at once. Her expression changes, her eyes flash ominous. Oh my god. Did I actually just call it? Edelthrad, where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A psycho aboard a ship. A psycho aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons. I've tried to locate him, but the last thing known about his movements is that he arrived on Transitional Deck 18. Blast it. Master of Whispers, find Ethelfred immediately. Seneschal locates Lass and the Sister of Battle. Both of us remain at my side. Arch-militant with me. I must go to my study. It appears we might encounter heretics along the way. Morgana? Theodora glances at you thoroughly. If I may, Lord Captain. Voigtvir's voice is soft and cautious. Transitional Deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal is to bring Ethelfred back, I could use some support. After all, I'm not as adept at directly confronting enemies of the house as the esteemed arch-militant, and taking into consideration Ethelfred's psychic powers. While Lord Captain Ruffs is busy crushing the vault, someone needs to find Ethelfred. Alright. Then it's settled. Morgana, find Ethelfred and return here. In any state. This elevator, she points to the massive doors, leads to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers and the bridge. Do not let me down. I require you both. Do you understand? I cannot promise I won't lose our dearest heir somewhere along the way. I do everything in my power. I hear and obey. In any state, what does that mean? I hear and obey, Lord Captain. Then move out, Mort. Come. Alright, bye. And away we go. Are you ready to head to 18? It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear. I shall make do, lead the way. I have a proposition. Since I'm more important person here, you can go in the front to shield me from potential threats. You had better not fail me. The Lord Captain made it clear that relying on you is fraught with risk. I shall make do. Of course you will. He rummages in his pocket for something. Lady Theodora would never have someone she couldn't rely on as one of her heirs, but that is no longer relevant. With a pop and a sharp crackle, something hits you in the abdomen, and you're consumed by unbearable gut-wrenching pain. Well, he's a bit of a douchebag, isn't he? Ah, it was him all along. I promised you a special destiny, Morgana. It is time to fulfill it. We're going to steal your shoes! Ha 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 ha! We have the shoes, boys! Quick, let's go! Our plan worked. Rude. Well, it seems we failed that quest. Careful, careful, be gentle with our guest. She has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warrant Chamber. Sacred Imperial relic document that affirms the preeminent rights of a rogue trader throughout the galaxy. And for that I need her breathing. Voigtvir looks down at you. You're back with us, I see. Delightful. So, this is interesting. So he lost the chance to become the rogue trader. It's obvious he wanted to become the rogue trader, right? He was the heir apparent, and then he messed up. And she said, well, you're out the running. Fetch me more heirs. Which obviously didn't go down well with him. So I think he's made some dark pacts. That's my thinking. But if he's going to the Warrant Chamber, I'm assuming he's going in there using our blood, maybe? Maybe you need two people with the... I don't know. I don't know. I'm assuming he needs us to get in. Maybe when he was pushed out of the running, like his, bio scan was uploaded to say, yeah, don't let this person into the Warrant Chamber. He failed. Maybe. It'll be some crazy MacGuffin, I'm sure. It doesn't need to make sense, does it? Let's be honest. So, what is the meaning of this? Or Voigtvir, you two-faced scum? You're the one behind this mayhem. How perceptive of you, Morgana. I'll help you with the next insight. I need you here for your blood. Yum yum. You have the option to share it voluntarily, or I will squeeze it out of you myself. We are in the anteroom of the Warrant Chamber. This void ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power, the sacred warrant of trade. I love that, something like this would just have power in its own right, because everyone just, knows that that is the word of law around here. There's no, nothing else. Just you have the deed, essentially, and it's all yours. Because it's such a hallowed object, The reverence to that sort of just throws common sense in the bin. So only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates of the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel. What is it, inbred? Is your blood too thin for the Sentinel? Brilliant. Love that. Will you let me join you? We can take the warrant for Theodora together! He has no interest in sharing power, let's be honest. Come on. He's decided to throw a mutiny so he can take charge. Like, he's not going to share power. Let's just insult him. On the contrary, the warped blessing has raised me too much above your kind, von Valancius. Oh, he's a mutant now. The Sentinel refused to submit to me, but you can help after all. Isn't that what family is for? What sorry pathetic excuse do you even have for your apostasy, you sordid, wretched grok seed? How is that coercion? What are we coercing him into doing? Apparently it succeeded, so fine. Something, either your tone or the venomous words, throws Conrad off for a moment, as hateful fury blazes from beneath the mask of a cold professional. Wretched? What do you know about wretchedness, Theodora's cur? Are you hoping to buy a grain of her indulgence with your blind loyalty? Oh, I know this delusion, but thank the gods it no longer has power over me. Humanity could rot. I no longer serve mortal kind. I worship the shoes now. Vortvir hesitates for a second and then produces a strange weapon, a blade without a handle that shimmers blue in the light. Once my work is done, I'll make that pompous wretch von Valancius watch as I erase the entire dynasty chronicle, and I commit the fate of the bloodline into the hands of the warp gods, and you, Morgana, will be one of the instruments by which I will accomplish this righteous act. And we get some willpower. Cool. I like this. This is something I was thinking would be a big factor for us as a commissar. We don't want to fall to chaos, but like I didn't want to put my willpower up. I wanted shooty fun times. So you know, I went with that instead. But yeah, it's interesting to see. There's going to be some checks here to see if we can, you know, keep it together. So this is going to be fun. The blade flashes in the dim light and drops of blood appear on your palm. For a brief moment you feel nauseous, your head is spinning, and then quiet whispers begin to flood your mind. More and more sourceless voices echo each other, drowning out your own thoughts, replacing them with a singular urge. Go to the gate. Go to the gate. Go to the gate. Go to the gate. The voices in your head giggle and mock your desperate outcry. You feel this intruding influence forcing you onto your feet and making you take a step toward the gates looming in the center of the chamber. In the gateway arch, you see a cogitator with a human likeness built into the front panel. As you approach, the torso twitches slightly. This is a servitor. Mindless cybernetic drone. We mentioned those earlier. An obedient automaton created from a lobotomized human being. The Sentinel turns its head to you, one of its eye sockets lighting up with two ember-like irises. Look for anything, use a weapon, look back, examine the device. Let's use tech. Tech use. I don't know what that relies on, but apparently our stat is 30. 55% chance. Oh, difficulty moderator is a plus 30. That's huge. So, by the way, skill checks, you try and roll underneath your stat. Okay, that's what you're trying to do. So you roll a D100, you know, or percentile dice, 2 D10s, you know, and you're trying to get underneath that value. However, there will be modifiers to that. So if it's something that's like really easy to do, then you just get like plus 40, you know, or possibly even plus 60, I think, for something that's like mega easy. So it's almost impossible to fail certain things, right? Because it's easier to roll under when you have a big modifier. But some things are really hard. So sometimes you have a really like slim chance of doing it. Because not only are you trying to roll under your skill, you're trying to roll under your skill and your skill is diminished by some other modifier. So that's what you're trying to do. And we failed. You look over the gate, cogitator. There is little chance that you'll be able to discern anything about its design. Like any other sacred machine of the Imperium, this relic is the speciality of the machine cult of the Adeptus Mechanicus. The servitor on the gate begins to move. With a screeching and groaning of metal, it leans forward, closer to you. Its lower jaw opens with a drawn-out shriek, much wider than the jaw of a living human could. The servitor's mouth is filled with sharp metallic fangs that glint in the dim light. The vid screen to the right of you lights up, showing strings of mysterious symbols on a green background. A whisper runs through your consciousness, insisting, demanding sacrifice. The voices that filled your head after Voitvir wounded you with his blade did not go away. On the contrary, their source coiled itself in a tight knot somewhere in the depths of your mind. So yeah, we need to, it needs to nibble. It needs to take a nibble on us so it can scan our blood, which is so messed up. Let's see if there's anything that can be used as a weapon. You look around in hopes of finding at least something that could work as a weapon. Your search is in vain. The chamber anteroom is completely empty and in perfect working condition. Nary a broken panel or a protruding piece of rebar in sight. Alright. Let's examine the Sentinel. Servitor looks noticeably different than the ones you're used to. Copper thread stitches its skin, the joints are replaced by metal hinges. It seems that the creators of the Sentinel did everything so that the result of their work would serve much longer than ordinary working automatons. I mean, it's just not giving us an option to do anything except put a hand in, because we failed all those checks. So, let's do it. So, excuse me, the Sentinel jaws clamp around your hand, puncturing your skin and sinking into your flesh. A few dark drops fall into the servitor's throat, and immediately you hear humming as the servo motors start up and the pumps stir into motion. The vid screen of the cogitator flickers. Several long minutes pass. The Sentinel's jaws remain closed, and you're beginning to feel sick. Perhaps if you were to lean against the gate, you could catch your breath. Maybe even close your eyes and pretend none of this ever Oh, that's dope. This is so cool. High levels of caustic humours. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance? It knows if we're being coerced. That's how paranoid they were when building this, like, nibbly lock, which is amazing. You don't understand where this quiet voice is coming from. Crackling like static. Is it the Sentinel, the cogitator? Is it a figment of your wary mind? Whichever it is, you can clearly hear every word. So it knows that we are, of their blood. And it knows that we're being forced to open it. This is really cool. I suppose this is the onset of war madness. Must have lost my mind. Who is this? Yes, I do require assistance. Pain shoots through your head and subsides just as quickly. It would seem the entity coiled in your consciousness does not have the ability to do you any real harm. Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol. Las gun. Wait, hang on. Those really look like las guns. But they're not pew-pewing like las guns, but I guess that's fine. Oh, hello. Hi. Oh, look at him go. Voitvir just walked away. Alright, let's check the warrant chamber. I mean, that went well. Thanks. Thanks, Nibbly. I'm calling him Nibbly. Let's go. Not a purity seems. Wow, this is awesome. It's flipping huge. I mean, it would be, right? Revered document like that. I was still expecting just like a little scroll, but this is real cool. This is great world building there. I love that. So, let it be known that my will and that by my will and by the true words of this document I appoint. Really? Powering humanity, unbroken by adversity, night reclaim, triumph over nightmares, walk steadily the road of thorns, through pain to greatness. Oh, hi. The servo skull's creaking gradually turns into comprehensible words. Escort the child of the house to safety. What madness is happening? Who are you? Who addresses me? What's happening? I'm confused. I'm going home. I need to contact someone, preferably Theodora. I need a weapon. Distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal, initiating situational calculations. The servo skull goes silent, its relays clicking. Second after second passes, and you realise servo skull will not answer you. Alright, sure. I need to contact someone. Boxcast frequencies disrupted, initiating setup, establishing connection. In place of mechanical screeching, the servo skull's vox projects the voice of Theodore von Valentius, distorted and ridden with static, yet still recognizable beyond a doubt. Voxmaster, restore communication with the Navigator's Sanctum. I'm trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces and head to the upper decks at once. I repeat, regroup all available forces and head... Communication protocols breached. Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish two-way communication. Sorry, connection. Whatever. Who are you? Vox Skull, if that's your real name. Temporary obnubilation, of course, following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel standing by. Are you the Sentinel? Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel, designed as a personal escort of the child of the house and means of communicating with the rogue trader subjects. Mobile unit standing by. Alright, leave me away from here. Middle and upper decks, assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units, calculating. The servo skull twitches and makes a few clicks. To prevent unauthorized units from reaching the Warren chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. The mobile unit will start executing the received order immediately after the safety of the warrant is secured. Alright, sounds dope. I mean, it's fine, right? Just close the door. There you go. Boop. Alright. Hello there. Hello, Abelard. Seneschal Abelard. Werserian. Wazarian? Wazarian. Wazarian? Wazarian. Abelard Wazarian. Sure, why not? He's lost some of his former polish. His forehead is sweating, and one of his sleeves of his coat is torn and soaked through with blood. Nevertheless, despite his heavy breathing, he stands firm, and his gaze is demanding, albeit somewhat surprised. Did we come up with a voice for him? I have no idea. Mistress Morgana, whatever are you doing in the warrant chamber? Everyone sounds like this, apparently. How did you? He surveys the carnage around him. His brow furrows and he places a hand on his weapon. Throne, preserve me. What is the meaning of this? Conrad Voigtveer is a traitor. We parted ways on the officers. He stunned me, brought me here. What? He intends to take revenge on Theodora for an old grudge and become the rogue trader himself. Gods of the Warp, I think is more important. Serving the gods of the Warp? Conrad is a heretic? Oh, Voigtveer, you void rat. Abelard shakes his head. Madness! And this mutiny is likely his doing, no doubt. I openly admitted that he's the mastermind. Unquestionably. Yeah, fine. Rockseed! That it is small wonder that the heretics are so well organised. I thought his order to seal all passages between decks was his attempt to stop the attackers from spreading to other levels, but now I see the real reason. It was to stop the enforcers from intervening. At least you're alive and now safe, Mistress Morgana. Alas, I doubt we can afford to look for a compartment to sit out this disaster. Abelard examines you critically. You're in a bad way, Morgana. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit with me. And for the love of the throne, now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense. Here, he hands you a weapon. Lasgun, flak chestplate, and a Medikit. Finally, we're good with lasguns. So, go away. Injuries and trauma. After falling into a trap or receiving damage that exceeds 50% of their total wounds within one round, the character receives injuries. Oh, okay. Okay. I thought it was only when we got downed, but that's cool. Injuries reduce a character's stats, and if 3 or more injuries accumulate, the character will get trauma instead of stack of injuries. The number of injuries that causes trauma may vary depending on the difficulty of the game you choose. Also, characters get trauma if they completely lose health in battle. Okay, so you get trauma. So injuries you get more often. Trauma is when you get knocked down. That's fine. I actually kind of like that sort of 2-tier system. Keeps it scary. So traumas reduce character stats and grant additional negative effects. Fresh injuries are not treated within 5 rounds. They become old injuries. And after combat, wounds of all members of the party are restored automatically, but received injuries remain. I like that. That's a cool system. I think that's very fun. So let's go to our inventory. I get it. It told me how to get to the... Can I not put that in a quick slot or something? Any of these quick slots? I mean, I can put it in my hand. No, I can't. Can I put it in here? Can't be equipped by this character. Oh. Oh, okay, fine. I guess I'll just use one, right? I can't. Who can? You can use one. Use...
That's not the Seneschal's job.
Oh my god. Can I actually control... I can control him now. Now I get it. Fine. Thank you. Alright, let's do that. There. Done. I know, I could have just read the tutorial, but... Shut up. So, let's... No. Let's equip that. Let's equip that. There we go. Got a guardsman now. So we found a weapon, thank you. It's fine. Abelard nods in satisfaction. That is a noticeable improvement, Morgana. Now you're ready for the trials ahead. The lower decks are teeming with heretics, instigating the rabble to revolt, but that's the least of our problems. The ships and forces are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse, although strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and engineering bay was lost. So apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on. Apart from everything you just told us, of course. But that's not the worst of all. He pauses when the light flickers yet again. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp and into real space. In the worst case, they have already lost control of the process and we are all precious few moments left to live. Oh good. In the best case, if we manage to reach the navigator's sanctum, we can get a handle on the situation. Some aboard this vessel may yet survive. Alright. I mean, let's just go, yeah? Very well. Will you lead the way? Absolutely, Morgana. Let us proceed. Yeah. Good. Let's go. A wave of static suddenly erupts from the servo skull, and you can make out Theodora's words through the noise. To arms, loyal sons and daughters of the God Emperor. Fight the heresy and corruption that threatens to consume our home, and with all your might destroy those who have dared. The Seneschal's eyes light up, and he smiles with grim determination. The Lord Captain is calling a crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmission, not message exchange. Splendid. While the Road Trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects, you and I shall prove that her trust in us is well deserved. Onward. He seems a very loyal chap, doesn't he? Oh, hello. Hi.
The Emperor is with us.
Oh, wait. No, those are bad guys. Well, I thought help had arrived. Combat begins with 0 round. Can't attack or take other actions, but they can take advantageous positions. That's fun. Don't know where that would be, honestly. There's no cover anywhere. However, asking this thing to help us again would be quite handy, wouldn't it? I mean, the turrets are still here. It'd be nice if they would help. Wouldn't it? I think so. Alright, let's move you to there. And let's just keep you in front, I suppose. Sure. Action points used to perform attacks and abilities. I mean, haven't we been through all this? Okay, different depending on their class. Yeah, fine. That's fine. I open my carriage cheap accent. Anyway, let's start shooting, folks. So here you can see we actually have single shot and burst fire now, which is nice. So we have 40 rounds. This takes 4. So we've got plenty of shots done. First creature for every shot within a 20 cell cap. Okay. Might be able to do some good work. Okay, let's move here. Alright, we're gonna do the thing that gives us a free attack. Oh, it actually makes it cost 1 less. Doesn't make it free. That's fine. And then we're just gonna start blasting, I suppose. Let's see how this goes. Nice. Nice. Very nice. And then start shooting them as well. Might hit our friend if we do that. Can't move again, sadly. Damn. Well, that's disappointing. Oh, did we already shoot him a bunch in the back? Be careful, companions get hurt. Okay, we did shoot him a bunch. But every shot hit one of them. Alright, fine. Disappointing. Sorry, mate. Sorry. And then let's give him hell. I guess I can... You just use that. And then it's the next person we attack gets marked, so... I'm not sure how useful it'll be. Melee attack. You can use a melee attack. Yeah. So we can't move up very far, so I'll just... I can charge a bit. I think we'll just wait. Maybe guy's got a gun. I think he's got a gun. Yeah, he's got a gun. Alright, let's just move over here.
Is at the fort.
That's fine. Yeah, they can't reach. I mean, you might get shot, which would be bad. Oh no, we're good. Okay, good. Let's move here, and then I'll shoot across them. I think that'd be quite satisfying. Let's go. Alright, let's do that to get the free attack. Well, not free attack, cheaper attack. Oh, it's okay. We'll get him. No! I thought we'd get him. We didn't get him. Yeah, I know I missed. Alright, so this guy can charge, which would be very satisfying. So, I think I'll charge. Brace for impact, 1 round. The Navy officer and their allies in 3-cell radius gain +2 deflection for each doctrine taken by the Navy officer. That's fun. And, yeah, we'll charge. Fighter moves a straight line and strikes the target that interrupts the fighter's path with a melee attack. This attack does not count towards the limit of the fighter's attacks per turn. Must be at least 2 free cells between the fighter and target to use charge. So what we're going to do is we're going to charge. That did it. Nice. Attack of opportunity. Characters with melee weapons can make an attack of opportunity if opponent adjacent cell initiates movement. Cool, cool. So I mean, I can't get any closer to him, sadly. So what I should have done, walked up to that guy, stabbed him, and then charged him for the second attack. So we have strike and slash. So slash is a nice area effect, which is nice. I'm going to put up his deflection in case he gets shot at. Well, we all got a little bit shot at. We're fine. Movement and attack. Combat is a delicate science where the order of actions matters. Exactly. Characters can move around the battlefield until they take an action tagged as an attack. Once they have attacked, the character will be unable to move until the start of their next turn. Even if they got movement points. Dun dun dun. Alright, let's make it so she can attack twice. And then we're going to attack. Ooh, come on. Come on. Cheeky sod. Seriously. Alright, let's charge. I think we got him. So, by exploring the world, defeating opponents and completing quests, your characters gain experience. Cool. And then they level up. That's nice. Did we level up? Yep, we did. Sure did. And there is now loot. So, what's really nice is you can throw it in cargo. You can throw a bunch of stuff in cargo, which basically just makes it like stuff that you can flog, which is pretty handy. Although I don't know if I want to keep any of this. I think I'd keep... So, okay, that's infantry and that's cargo, is it? Is that how that works? Okay, fine. Sorry, I haven't played about with this in a long time. But, yeah, so we'll keep that, and I'll keep the Laos pistol as well. But all that goes to cargo, which means we can sell it in bulk from our ship when we're done. So you don't have to worry about, like, about infantry management as much, basically. Because most of it just goes into your cargo, where you don't have to worry about getting over encumbered. So you can still loot everything. You don't have to feel like you're having to juggle stuff or go to and from a settlement or a shop over and over and over again to get everything. Yeah, it just makes things a lot simpler. So our marksman doctrine gets a level up, does it? That's exciting. Have I ever done a level up in this game? I'm not even sure. Oh, I'd love to choose a skill. Or choose an ability. Oh, you put up skills or abilities, huh? Awareness. As you notice traps and things, demolition, craft and employ explosives. I mean, that's pretty fun. I mean, throwing grenades sounds great. Let's try that. Let's go demolition. Cool. Oh, and you do abilities, do you? Okay, Revel in Slaughter. We gain +10 ballistic skill, and 5 + 2 times our agility bonus for critical hit damage, and we get our agility bonus as a percentage critical hit chance. Okay. Until the end of combat. Abilities are available after killing 3 enemies. Oh. Okay. And we got some other bits and bobs too. I mean, dash is pretty good. That lets us run much further, doesn't it? Marksman immediately dashes in a selected direction, spending all movement points. Does not provoke attacks of opportunity. Allows a dash through allies and enemies, but not through obstacles. I mean, that is great, being able to get out of a fight, you know. I think it's very handy. And yet, we'll go with that. Sounds good to me. Marksman, we've got our keystone abilities. Alright, sure. Are we good? I think we're good. I think that's it. Did I level up? Cool. I'm brilliant. Can I set you to auto, because you're, I don't know. Maybe we can? Well, I don't see how to. We'll go with Reckless Strike, maybe? Endure sounds nice. Until the next fighter's turn, all incoming damage reduced by the fighter's toughness bonus divided by 2, and the fighter gains toughness bonus in temporary wounds. I think that's quite nice. Sworn enemy marks a target, gaining 10 plus 2 times their toughness bonus to armor. And, I mean, that seems significant, actually. That seems very significant. Okay, so it's against that target. It's armor when that guy attacks you back. Okay. So maybe that's worthwhile. Against a boss or something, I think that'd be great. Corrals. This skill allows to resist the negative effects negative effects and substances. Expands knowledge on these topics. Or athletics. Leaping, scaling walls, and swimming. I mean, that all seems quite good, doesn't it? Yeah, let's go with athletics. Cool. Sounds good to me. Alright, that'll do. We leveled up. Brilliant. So, you guys... Thanks, turrets. Jerks. Your Lord Captain, whose house each of you swore to serve until your last breath, may your souls never lose a fervor fire that bolster your hatred of the enemies of the Imperium. I assume that's, what's-her-face? Chit-chatting, right? Okay, we've got a zone map. This is very cool. I really love just the art style of these maps are really nice. Here's a map of the Void Ship. It consists of several parts between which you can move. Some parts are not yet available, but over time your character will be able to visit them. Cool. To the Navigator Sanctum. Navigator exceptional mutants, apparently. Cool. Thanks. Oh, we just lost a bunch of stuff. There's an armored body glove? Did we have something really good in there? I have no idea. Anyway, let's give you a melee weapon. Just for the hell of it. Can we do melee? And we can. That's very cool, actually. Let's give that to him, though. I want him to have the options there. Awesome. Alright, let's move. Hello, Adira. I remember her from the beta as well. She's great. Nice. Adira, the woman before you, whips around and gazes straight at you, her eyes glowing with otherworldly light. And so she will enter the halls of the blinded guide and witness the radiance of the final dawn through the cracks and fall victim to a whim of fate. Mistress Morgana, watch your head. Oh. It is actually, watch your head. Something was fooling. I thought it was because she's a psyker. Anyway, Adira. Abelard grumbles as he dusts himself off and grips his weapon again. Would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsayings plainly for once? That was too close. The one bursts into guttural or drunken laughter. Sorry, old man, the voices are so loud I can't even hear myself. They shriek, they sing, they... Oh, Abelard, how they sing. Morgana, this is Adira Tlas, personal psyker and diviner of her ladyship, Theodora von Valancius. Abelard looks her up and down. Adira. I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the ship's fate, to die in the waves of the Immaterium, fall under the burning rays of the final dawn, and in the roaring blaze I see a figure standing. Who is it? Who? I have no answer. The entity in your consciousness shrinks and crawls in deeper, its claws scraping against the walls of your mind, as if the presence is trying to hide from the seer standing before you. A diviner, are you? Adira nods, yet her gaze is directed somewhere away from you. The voices from beyond the threshold whisper to me. Sometimes their murmurs are clear, they grant insight. Sometimes they drive me mad, but I am patient. I know how to listen and discern. But now, with this clamour around me, too many voices, too loud. Idira turns her head to you, her vacant eyes flaring like embers. And you? You're Magorna von Valancius, one of Lady Theodora's heirs. Well then, we finally meet. You hear a few clicks from the relays on the servo skull, which has followed you all the way here. And Theodora's scrambled words give way to a voice vaguely familiar to you. Officer's frequency. To all that can hear me, those with a weapon in their hands are to gather at the officer's deck at once. I repeat, gather on the officer's deck at once and prepare to launch a counterattack. Oh, okay, that's Edelthrad apparently. If I'd known, I would have given him his voice, but, you know, what can you do? That's Edelthrad. Emperor's Providence, the other heir lives as well. Quickly, we must head to... Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, no number of Lady Theodora's heirs will be of use to us anymore. If Edelthrad, like me, has not yet surrendered either mind or body to the mercy of the warp, then he can still hold out a little without us. Blast it, you're right. First we need to deal with what is happening here. How do you know who I am? I mean, none of this matters. Like, seriously. The whispers called me, the ones I could make out among the scenes and screeches. Those who were rocking the boat hit us where it hurt. They went after the navigator, our guide through the warp. Other whispers called me to the engineerium. But it was too late. I heard the cry of our master cog, and the silence that followed. What? You don't mean the chief engine seer is? Yes, Abelhard, dead, without a doubt. And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each other, at each soul among the hundreds that are now joining the warp. The shriek from the navigator's sanctum was louder than the rest, and it's better that we save the navigator than some lever puller from a cooling module or a cook from the middle decks. We must see if the navigator is well. Oh no, nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin, the eyes watching you? The warp ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity. Idira freezes. Then she slaps her cheeks, rubs her face, and looks at you. The supernatural glow is gone from her eyes, and a smirk spreads across her lips. We're not going to just stand here and take it, are we? The state of things in here suggests there's a navigator around, maybe one who's crippled, or at death's door, but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off, our faces just yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. Sorry, third eye must be closed? At worst. Oh, right, rather than he's... I don't know. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So, what are we moping around for? Let's go protect the noble mutant while we're still alive. The party consists of several characters. Yep, sure does. Brilliant. So we can open that door? Do we want to open that door? I think we want to open this door. I kind of want to go over there, though. Is there anything over here? Just a door. A sealed one. Locked. Hurry, destroy this field. Don't keep our master waiting.
I dare not provoke the
Hello.
ire of the witch.
Cross them.
Okay, well, she sounds a lot more Jamaican than I thought she would. You can actually start up here, can't you? Adira, we'll put her in cover. Oh, maybe I'll put him slightly in cover. So he's in cover from this side. Tutorial. Use the hologram to gauge the efficiency of your actions in combat. Okay, sure. Select ability or a single shot to see the expected effect of each of them. Oh, so when we do that... You just talk about literally just hovering over them. Is that all they're talking about? I think so. Yeah, okay. So we're going to move over here. And we're going to shoot across them. So we're going to stay busy, basically. So shot on the run. And we'll start blasting. Initiative. All combatants take action in turns. Yep. You can see the initiative tracker on the side. Okay, not bad. Not bad. I can just burst fire again. Nice. Very fun. Big fan. Yep, that's fine. So you're done. Now it's Abelard to go. So let's move to here.
A tactically sound approach.
I thought so. I thought so too. So we can just strike.
Indeed.
Nice. And then we can charge.
I'm not interested.
Oh, really? Just that? So I guess he has to... This attack does not count towards the limit of the fighter's attacks per turn. Well, that's what I thought. So
I
why...
will do my duty.
Oh, I must have just clicked wrong. Okay. Well, that went well. No idea what Adira can do. We killed everyone too quickly. I guess that's fine. So, Vespiadas, the creature in the chair appears as if it has become one with its throne. You see pink, parchment-like skin stretched between the seat and the limbs that have too many joints for a normal human being. The navigator is breathing heavily, the air whistling as it exits through the two dark gill-like slits on its cheeks. The creature's eyes are shut, the two ordinary eyes, as well as the third one that sits in the centre of its forehead. I believe Master Vespiadas still lives. Abelard flinches at the sight of the stretched skin and dark marks on the face of the creature. The servants are dead, but the chamber, thank the Emperor, is still sealed from the warp. Well, we have a chance of leaving this place alive. Give him a pointed look. Address the navigator. Hey, you alive? We'll ask Adira. Wounded, exhausted, fighting back the endless horrors of the warp that are forcing their way into its head. Pick one. And yes, I'm not going to do the accent. The navigator stirs, barely able to lift his head and half open his normal eyes. A dark drop rolls from under the closed lid of the third eye and down his face, leaving behind a black trail. Your time is short. The voice is coming from the Vox grill at the base of the bizarre chair. It is unclear how the navigator was able to produce human speech. Our time is short to do what? Suddenly, the navigator's body starts thrashing in place. It lurches forward and then falls back onto the seat, then thrusts forward again as its bones crack and its skin tears open. However, the fusion between the body and the chair appears to be stronger than these wild impetuses. The mutant remains seated, but leans as far forward as he can, his layered raiment slowly turning crimson. The gill slits burst open, forming two hideous screaming mouth-like pits.
Fall to your knees, mortals, and behold the final dawn.
Oh dear. Adira shrieks in terror. Eee! It came from beyond. His body is not his. Whoops. Well, that's disappointing. Can I go back? I can go back. Hooray! Possibly. Hang on. Yeah. Adira's scream is echoed by the silent cries in your head. The unseen creature triumphs at sight of the navigator succumbing to the paroxysms of corruption. Its march thunders under the burden of hopes. Unseal your hearts, and I will flood your souls with myriads of words and meanings, each one a portent of salvation within me. The navigator continues to convulse violently in his seat, shrieking and cackling, but then his fit stops abruptly. His face is drenched in black and crimson. The dark ooze from under his third eyelid has turned from a trickle into a stream mixed with blood, and a stream mixed with the blood coming out of his nose, and there is a purplish swelling around the eye. Run! Free from this place while I still have the strength. The words come out of the Vox as a laboured rattle. I can contain the intrusion, but not for long. We must begin the translation. Leave the warp, but it can't be done without the Master Hellman's help. The navigator is still alive, but barely so. What do we do now? Well, we know what to do. We need to go make sure the helmsman's able to help him. Alright, tell me how to help. Navigator takes a ragged breath. Run. The sanctum will be sealed. I will hold it off. Hold on. And wait for the signal from the Master Helmsman. Then I will commence the translation. So run. Run! We'll ask him what to do now. Seneschal gazes at the figure in the chair. This ship can only begin the translation with the assistance of the Master Helmsman. If he is still alive, it is worth a try. We must get to the bridge, but we will need support. Our only option is to fight our way to the officer's deck and join forces with Edelthrad and his people. I believe we will also find Lady Theodora there. She must have heard the call to arms that the servo scout relayed to us earlier. Alright. Adira reaches her hand out towards the navigator, but pulls it back at the last moment. Vespiadas, good luck, and thank you. The navigator does not give her a response. Black tears mixed with blood are streaming from under the closed eyelids, and the Vox at the base of the chair is bellowing out static interspersed with distant echoes of otherworldly laughter. It doesn't seem too hot. We really need to get out of here. Like, really need to get out of here. Let's go. Although maybe I should nick all of that stuff. Hooray! Scrappy autogun. Scrappy piss. There's an axe. Axes are fun. It's primitive. I want to keep that. Good. And how about these guys? Are they all looted too? Speedometers no longer need their things. Yeah. Duh. Alright, I think we've got everything. That'll do. Alright. Away we go. I'm assuming this won't be locked anymore. Or maybe it will be. We have to go back the way we came. Yeah, okay. We'd go back to the, maybe not world map, but, you know. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. In fact, let's not go. Oh, hang on. Yeah, let's go to infantry, our inventory. That's right, isn't it? Oh, hang on. No, let's go to cargo. I did the wrong thing. That's fine. Anyway, whatever. So what we're going to do is we're going to end the episode here. Yeah, but we're on our way to go hopefully liberate the ship. We've done alright, killed a lot of things. Adira is with us. She's a bit of a spare part at the moment because we're too awesome, but I'm sure she'll come into her own soon enough. So guys, if you enjoyed this, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.
Reduced to dust.